Hello, and welcome back to Speak English Daily.
Hi, everyone. We are very happy to see you here today.
Hello, everyone. If you enjoy learning with us, please follow and subscribe. It helps our little community grow, and it tells us that you enjoy these lessons.
All right. Today we want to talk about something very common, something that can feel confusing and sometimes a little frustrating.
Yes, today we are talking about forgetting English words. I think many of you know this feeling very well.
Here is the situation. You learn a new word. You understand the meaning. You feel proud. You think, good, now I know this word.
But then, one day later or 2 days later, the word disappears. It is gone from your memory. Suddenly, you cannot say it. You cannot use it. You think, oh no, I learned this word before. Why can't I remember it now?
This happened to me when I was learning Spanish. I felt like the words were running away from me.
And this is normal. Many English learners feel this. Many students tell teachers, I think I am bad at English because I forget words.
But here is the thing. Forgetting words does not mean you were bad at English. It does not mean you were stupid. It does not mean your brain is weak.
It means you are human. Forgetting is part of learning. It happens in every language, and it happens to every learner.
So please, do not feel sad about this. You are not alone in this experience.
Now, let us talk about the topic more clearly. Why do we forget English words? Why does this happen again and again?
Some people think the problem is about memory. Some people think it is because they are old or because they do not study enough.
But the truth is different. Forgetting words is not about age. Forgetting words is not about intelligence. Forgetting words is how learning works naturally.
And here's another important point. Many learners try to learn too many words very fast. They try to memorize 20 words, 30 words, or even 50 words in one day.
It feels productive in the moment. It feels like progress. But later, the brain becomes tired, and tired brains do not hold new information very long.
So the result is the same. The next day you look at your notebook, and half the words are gone. They disappeared like smoke.
And this creates stress. Students say, maybe I need more words. Maybe I need to learn faster.
But that is not the real solution. The problem is not the number of words. The problem is how our brain chooses to remember words.
And that is what we are going to explore today. We will show you how forgetting works and how you can help your brain keep new English words in a simple and natural way.
So stay with us and relax. We will make it easy, step by step.
All right, let's begin. The first thing we need to understand is why we forget words in the first place. This idea is very important because if we understand the reason, then we can find a real solution.
Many people think forgetting means failure. They think, if I forget, then I am not learning well. But that idea is not true.
Our brain is always working, but it also tries to save energy. It does not like to carry information that it thinks is not important.
Imagine your brain as a small storage room. If you put something inside one time and never touch it again, your brain will look at it and say, maybe this is not useful. Maybe I can remove it to make more space.
It is the same with English words. If you learn a word only one time, your brain asks, is this important? Do we need this?
And if the answer is not clear, your brain lets the word fade away. So the word disappears from memory.
This does not happen because you are a bad learner. It happens because the brain wants to keep only what feels useful in daily life.
Think about it like this. When you meet a person one time at a party, you may forget their name, but if you meet the same person again and again in different situations, then their name becomes easy to remember.
Our brain loves repetition. It loves when something comes back again and again. That's the signal for importance.
So the problem is not learning too few words. The problem is that many learners try to collect too many new words without meeting them again.
And this creates a strange feeling. You know the word for one moment, you do not know it the next moment. It's like holding water in your hands. It slips away.
But once we understand how the brain decides, the problem becomes easier. The brain wants to see the same word in different places and situations.
Let us take a simple example. The original script used the word morning, but let's try a different word today. Let's choose the word evening.
Evening is a very simple word. Many of you already know it. But the interesting part is how we use it in real life.
You don't need 10 new words today. What you need is one word used in many little expressions. For example, good evening, quiet evening, evening class, evening walk, in the evening sky.
Same word, different places. And when the brain sees the word evening in these different small situations, it starts to understand, oh, this word is useful.
This is a natural way of telling your brain, please keep this word.
Another important thing is that words don't live alone. A single word without a situation feels weak. It doesn't have a home.
Let us try a different example for this idea. If I say the word warm, what do you think? Warm what?
Warm tea, warm hands, warm clothes, warm soup.
Your brain starts asking questions because the word is not clear alone. It needs a context. Context means the situation where the word lives. When the word has a place inside a sentence, your brain understands it faster and remembers it longer.
This is why only learning lists of single words is not very effective. The brain doesn't know what to do with them.
So the first lesson is very simple but very powerful. Never learn a word alone. Always learn the word inside a sentence.
A sentence gives the word a home, and words with homes don't run away so quickly.
Now let us do something together. We want to practice saying sentences out loud. This helps your brain in a different way.
Many learners think English is only inside the head. They read and they listen, but they don't speak. But speaking is important because your mouth, your ears, and your brain work as a team.
When you say a word out loud, your ears hear your own voice. When your ears hear your voice, your brain gets a signal that says, this word matters.
And this makes the memory stronger. It changes a small memory into a stronger memory.
Let us try a simple example. Listen first. I take a walk in the evening.
Now say it with us, slowly. I take a walk in the evening.
Good. Now one more time. This time a little more clear. I take a walk in the evening.
Very nice. Every time you speak, you are telling your brain to hold the word.
Now let us do one more. Listen first. We drink warm tea at night.
Now say it with us, slowly. We drink warm tea at night.
Good. One more time. We drink warm tea at night.
When you do this kind of small practice, you are helping your memory grow step by step.
And remember, speaking does not have to be loud. You do not need to shout. You just need to use your voice so your ears can hear you.
Now we want to show you another useful idea. Many words have small friends. These friends are the words that often appear together.
These are called collocations, but do not worry about the big word. The idea is simple. Words like to travel with other words.
For example, the word evening often travels with words like quiet, late, class, and walk.
The word warm often travels with soup, clothes, hands, and weather.
When you learn these friend groups, you help your brain build patterns, and the brain loves patterns.
Patterns make remembering easier because your brain does not need to work so hard. It can follow a familiar road.
So here is a very small activity you can do at home. Take one word and find 5 little friends for it. Then make 5 simple sentences.
For example, with the word evening, you could say quiet evening, evening sky, evening walk, evening snack, evening movie.
Then make simple sentences like, the sky looks purple in the evening. I want a small snack in the evening.
This keeps the word alive in your brain. It does not grow old and dusty.
Now, let us try one more small speaking practice. Listen first. We watch movies in the evening.
Now say it with us. We watch movies in the evening.
Again, slowly and clearly. We watch movies in the evening.
Very good. When your mouth speaks, your brain keeps.
And remember this small idea. Listening is helpful. Speaking is even more helpful. Listening and speaking together make strong memories.
So do not be afraid to use your voice. English is not only something you think about, it is something you do. Now we want to share another important idea that helps you remember words for a long time. This idea is about how long you study and how often you study.
Many learners think they need 1 hour or 2 hours of study to make progress, but long study time makes the brain tired, and a tired brain forgets faster.
The brain likes short sessions, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, small time but every day. This is much more powerful for memory.
Let us try a small example. If you learn one new word today and you look at it only once for a long time, your brain sees it and then forgets.
But if you see the same word for a short time today and then again later and then again tomorrow, the brain starts to recognize it.
This method is called spaced repetition. Spaced means there is space between the times you study. Repetition means you see the same thing again.
Imagine watering a plant. If you give the plant too much water at one time, the plant does not grow faster. But if you give it a little water every day, the plant grows strong.
Words are the same. They grow when you feed them a little every day.
Let us use a different word for this example. We will use the word garden. Garden is a simple word. Many of you know it.
Day 1, you see the word garden. You read one sentence, then you stop. Day 2, you see garden again in a new sentence, then you stop. Day 3, you use garden in a small sentence yourself.
Your brain goes from new to familiar to easy, 3 levels. This is how memory becomes strong.
Now, let us try a small speaking exercise with the word garden. Listen first. I sit in the garden in the evening.
Now say it with us slowly. I sit in the garden in the evening.
Good. Now, one more time. I sit in the garden in the evening.
Now listen to another sentence. We grow vegetables in our garden.
Now say it with us. We grow vegetables in our garden.
One more time, slow and relaxed. We grow vegetables in our garden.
Every time you speak, the word garden becomes less scary. It becomes part of your world.
Now here is another idea many learners do not think about. The brain remembers feelings better than facts. If something feels nice, interesting, funny, or personal, the brain remembers it longer.
For example, if you make a sentence about your real life, the memory becomes stronger. Listen to this. My grandmother has a beautiful garden behind her house.
Maybe you don't have a garden. Maybe your grandmother does not have a garden. But maybe you remember a friend's garden, or a park, or a quiet place. These small connections help the memory grow.
So the lesson is simple. Small time, many days, personal connection.
That's how new words stay in your mind longer. All right, now we want to talk about daily study habits and how to make English words stay with you for a long time. This part is important because many learners think they need more words, more books, or more time, but in reality, they need more consistency.
Consistency means doing something small every day, not something big one time and then nothing for many days.
Our brain likes rhythm. When something repeats with rhythm, the brain pays attention. If something happens only one time with no rhythm, the brain forgets it quickly.
Many students say, I will study a lot on Sunday. They study for 2 hours. They feel tired. Then they stop for 6 days. And on Saturday, they look at the words again and say, oh no, they are gone.
This happens because the brain did not have rhythm. It only had one big moment and then silence. Silence makes new words disappear.
But if you study 10 minutes every day, the brain hears a quiet but steady voice. This matters. Please keep this.
So, how do we make a daily rhythm? Here are some simple ideas. And remember, we are still keeping everything at an easy level because learning should not feel heavy.
First idea, connect English with daily objects around you. For example, if you are learning the word cup, look at your real cup at home and say one sentence. My cup is on the table. Then later say, I drink tea from this cup. This makes the word real.
Second idea, connect English with daily time moments. For example, morning, afternoon, evening, night. Take one word and attach it to a time. If the word is garden, then say, I walk in the garden in the evening. If the word is cup, say, I wash the cup at night.
Third idea, keep a tiny notebook, very tiny, only for short sentences, not for long lists. Lists look good, but they are not alive. Sentences are alive. Words love sentences because sentences give them space to breathe.
Many learners only write single words. For example, cup, garden, warm, evening. But the brain sees these as small pieces with no meaning. They feel empty.
But if you write, my cup is warm, the garden is quiet in the evening, then the brain sees life, not pieces.
Fourth idea. Speak out loud for 1 minute every day. Not 5 minutes, not 10 minutes, only 1 minute. Too much time makes you tired. 1 minute feels easy.
You can talk about anything, what you see, what you feel, what you want to eat, where you want to go. The topic is not important. The important part is that your mouth and your brain work together.
When you speak, you are not just remembering words. You are training your tongue, your lips, your breath, and your ears. Language is physical, not only mental.
Fifth idea, meet the same word in different places. Do not only learn it in a lesson, find it in a subtitle, find it in a message, hear it in a podcast, say it to a friend, read it in a book, write it in a sentence. The more places, the better.
And now we want to add one more important idea about spaced repetition. We already said spaced repetition means seeing the word again after some time. But how much time?
Here is one simple pattern for beginners. Day 1, learn the word. Day 2, see the word again. Day 3, use the word in a small sentence. Day 7, review the word again briefly. Day 14, meet the word in a real context like video, podcast, or subtitle.
This pattern is not heavy. It is not stressful. It feels calm, and calm learning stays longer.
Now we want to do a small speaking practice again. This time we will use 2 new words, soft and blanket. Listen first. The blanket is soft.
Now say it with us. The blanket is soft. One more time. The blanket is soft.
Now listen to this one. We put the soft blanket on the bed.
Say it with us, slowly. We put the soft blanket on the bed. One more time. We put the soft blanket on the bed.
Now let us make it a little personal. Think about your own bed or your own house. Maybe you have a soft blanket. Maybe you do not. But imagine it for a moment.
If you imagine something, the brain uses pictures. Pictures help memory. Many learners only use words, but pictures are powerful.
Now try this. I sleep with a soft blanket in winter. Say it with us.
I sleep with a soft blanket in winter.
Good. Now one last time. I sleep with a soft blanket in winter.
You can do this with many words. Chair, pillow, window, bag, phone, shirt. Real objects from your real life.
This makes your English grow in a practical way. It doesn't feel like homework. It feels like life.
And remember the rule, small time, many days, not big time, one day.
This is how your brain learns best.
Before we finish today, we want to talk about something very important for your confidence. Many learners think forgetting is a sign of failure. They think, I forgot this word, so I must be bad at English. But that is not true.
Forgetting is part of learning. It is not a mistake. It is a natural step. When you forget and then remember again, the memory becomes stronger.
Think about how children learn their first language. They hear a word many times, they try to say it, they forget it, they hear it again, they try again. Slowly, the word becomes part of their language.
Nobody tells a child, "Why did you forget? You were so bad at speaking." Nobody says that. We understand that learning takes time.
But when we are adults, we become impatient. We think everything should be fast. We think we should learn a language in 3 months or 6 months. We compare ourselves to other people and feel pressure.
But language is not a race. It is not about speed. It is about connection. It is about understanding and being understood.
If you are learning English today, it means you are growing. Even if you forget words, you are still growing. Forgetting is not the opposite of learning. It is part of learning.
And here's a small secret. Many native speakers also forget words in their own language. They stop and ask, "What is that word again?" It happens to everyone.
So please be kind to yourself. Give yourself time. Small steps every day will take you far.
And here's something else we want you to remember. If you are learning English, it means you are opening a door to new ideas, new friendships, new possibilities.
Every new word is like a small tool in your pocket. One tool may not feel powerful, but many small tools together can build anything.
Maybe today you learn one simple word like blanket. It feels small, but one day you will use it in a conversation. You will say, "I sleep with a soft blanket in winter," and you will feel proud because the word stayed with you.
These small victories are important. They show that your brain is learning quietly, slowly, and strongly.
And if you take those victories and repeat them day by day, your English will become natural. Not perfect, natural. And natural English is what we want.
So if you forget words, relax. If you need to repeat, repeat. If you need to speak slowly, speak slowly. English is not about speed, it is about connection.
We are happy you learned with us today, and we hope you continue learning with joy, not stress.
Thank you for spending this time with us. We hope your English feels a little more alive today.
And remember, speak out loud, use small sentences, and enjoy the process.
We'll be here for you again next time. Keep learning, keep practicing, and keep curious.
Take care, everyone, and have a peaceful day.
Goodbye for now.
See you soon.